Okay, so we're just testing this and trying this out. Please let me know. I think that's better sound-wise. Yeah, that's a bit better. Turn down the volume. Right, this is the first time I've tried this, so I am not sure how it's all working. Should be able to see a live stream here. Live. Trying to see how this works. So excuse me if you're there, and if you're not, don't worry too much. I'm just trying to figure this out. I've not done this before. I'm streaming through OBS, so I'm not sure where I can see this in my channel or where I can see the chats or if anyone says anything. I imagine it's here somewhere. Oh, there you go. It says live. So let's click on this. Oh, here we go. Okay, and let's silence this for me. Okay, good. So we're here. Apparently I'm the one watching it. All right, good. That's fine. That's probably an easy way to do it, but that'll work for now. Okay, so I'm gonna play around. Let's have a look. Let's open YouTube and let's look at Chaos Phoenix. And I want to create a animation. I don't know if I'm going to finish it in this one video, but let's see. I want. Apparently I'm live. Okay, I want something like that's nice. We're just going to recreate something, but let's go to the Phoenix website. Chaos Phoenix. Liquid and fire. Let's see. We're going to go to tutorial. It's been a little while. It's been like a couple months since I've been on here, so I gotta just find where I'm going. I don't want key features. I just want to get straight to tutorials. Learning could be here. We're using Corona. Quick start tutorials. We can try some of this. No. Learn Phoenix. We can do something like this just for now. Not sure how much I want to just see this, but it's fine. Let's just turn this play. Alright, let's just go through some of this. Recreating these. He's just going to go through saying different things, isn't he? He's not going to actually teach anything here. Alright, this we know. Let's see, directing velocities. Done some of this stuff, but let's see. Something I need to go through again. I need to get better with it. I've been doing fires, and I've been doing pools, and I've been doing... Let's get something set up quickly here. Inside Max, just so we can copy what they're doing. Let's go top, and I am gonna do. Let's do. We can do a plane, I guess, or a cylinder. Not a cylinder, a disc, right? It's fine. Cylinder will fine. We'll just do this. I don't want. I'm gonna go no height segments. I'm gonna go cap segments. Give it 3. I need this radius to be. He's got the C, right? So if I do 5 meters, I'm using centimeters. Notice here on the scale. So if I do 500, that's a 10-meter diameter. I hate having the grid in the background. And let's double this to 36. And then we can go edit poly on top and back face by angle and then grow. And because this is off center, we're going to just come in and just effect pivot and just snap it to there. And make this 0. Actually, we're going to go minus 100, so it's a meter under the water, so we can have the water at ground level. And then back into the edit poly, collapse this, border, select it, press W, press shift, and I'm just going to come up and push out a little, and up. I thought I brought that up. Let's bring it back up again. Have I got snapping on? Yeah, I've got snapping on. So it just snapped. And up again, and out, and up again, and out. Okay, that will be my ground. I'm actually going to go up one more time and come out, and then just snap to here, just so the last bit is flat. And if I press F3, you can see it's all faceted, so we're going to go into polys, Control A, and smooth it, auto smooth. Okay. We can also put a turbo smooth if we want this to be a bit smoother. And if I press F4, you can see I'm going to put isolane display on, just so if I do go into this mode here where you can see all of the edged faces, then it's not too many, you know? It's not like overwhelming the scene. So, all right. So now we've got a basic, I mean, it's not a beach, but we have a basic scene and we've got a 10-meter diameter across here, roughly, right? Okay. So let's jump back into the tutorial and see what this guy's doing. All right. Okay, which one did he use? Okay, so he's just using the preset. So I first have to set my render to Corona because it's an Arnold. And let's see. Ocean preset. I guess it's this one. Which one was it? What did it look like? Sun. Yeah, it's this one. Oh, it's got a V-Ray plane. Great. A jet of water into a volume and getting the bubbles bouncing around when you fill a glass. Um, any advice? Not advice at this moment. I did something a couple months ago, but I just replicated the tutorial. I don't remember. I didn't pay close attention to it. It wasn't a main item in the scene. I mean, we can. I'll have a look. Um, yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those things I'll be creating in the next couple of days or weeks, I guess. But right now I don't have any advice for you, Adam. I'm sorry. Apart from taking a look at, I mean, I'm just going to look at what they did already and then replicate and try again and again. I know you have to, there's settings to stop the, like, I had a problem with the bubbles becoming too big and jumping out of the, um, jumping out. Like, I had to edit them afterwards, but I know there's settings. There's settings, let's see. Presentation. No, it was in composition. Uh, let's, no. So my problem was having bubbles jumping out, which I think is a similar thing. And there's settings so that you can prevent them from happening, but I didn't look into too closely. Like I just edited them out afterwards. Whereas if I have it inside a volume, like because it was a flat surface and it was showing, then I could just edit it out. But if normally that's not the case, if it's inside a volume, you're not going to be able to edit it out. So you have to go in and fix it, using the settings. But I don't remember what the settings were. That's the problem. I'm trying to see here an example of what I edited out. Let's see. I think there was one on the first frame. Maybe these are my edited frames actually, but I didn't think they were. Oh yeah, here we go. That's my edited one, that's why. Yeah, see here? I got this guy. And I have these continually throughout there. So, like then it's gone, but then there's this one here, this tiny one here. And it's to do with the particles inside the volume, um, and how far away they can come from the volume. Like, it's just the individual settings. So it's like, Fire, you can edit how it looks afterwards. So, inside the settings for Phoenix. So I gotta have a look at, I gotta have a look at it. But I'll be doing what you said, yeah, like I say, in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be figuring out how to do it, and I'll let you know when I get there. Let's see. I haven't done many things with Phoenix, but I intend to do a lot more. Yeah, I'll let you know, Adam. Thanks. Hey, DJ. All right, let me just figure this out. Hang on. Which on YouTube? I'm just looking at this, and he's got it over in his, he's got it here in this. I'm just been using the side bit. Main window. If I click here, they've obviously changed it. I don't have the same settings. Yeah, like there's some stuff I know. I've been using basics, so I'm not an expert with Phoenix. So I figured why not, yeah, do these streaming and I can just chat with you guys if you're interested and I can figure out all the details that I need here. Um, but I want to put together a short animation in the next couple of days, just like something for online to promote something. I'm probably just going to use Coke bottles or Pepsi bottles or something like this and liquids. But I figure let's go through some of these basic tutorials first. Um, yeah. See, but he clicked on Show Phoenix main window, which isn't here anymore, is it? So far I've just been using this over here, docked over here, so I'll just continue. I'm just going through this. I know it might be a bit boring, so I'm sorry about that. My YouTube videos, normally I try to just edit out the boring bits, so it just shows you how I do it. But show mesh, it's here. Yeah, there's no mesh created, is there? So what did he? I'm not following exactly. Because he's just clicked on show mesh and the mesh is there, right? But it isn't. But also this mesh is too big, so let's change the grid size. So it's there, but yeah, it's very boring. I agree. Uh, and the showing mesh doesn't work on this thing. Let's see, liquid. Yeah, I agree, Adam. Sorry, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea to do these streams or not, but I figured, why not? He's got foam. What the hell? Enable foam birth. Foam. It's just in the thingy, isn't it? It's in the rollout. Input, output. Foam's here. Enable. And his foam is foam amount 1. I can just leave it like that. I can come back to changing that after. I don't need to change all this now. Yeah, it's hard, man. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, we can simulate. I mean, I haven't changed the timeline at all, but that's fine for this. Okay, it's just because the sizes are too big, right? What the hell? What is that? Stop. Simulation. Where is it? Delete it. God damn. It's been, yeah, it's been like 2 months since I've even opened this. Let's see. I'm just going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to set my timeline. Go configure. Yeah. Let's put this at 300 frames. Start time 0, end time 300. That'll be fine. Okay. The grids, right? Let me just see. That problem is the voxel size. I don't know why it's 41 centimeters. Let's try 10. That's still going to be too big, I expect. And let's go back to the simulation. It's better. Okay, it's set at 50% fill, isn't it? So let's stop it. Go back to the fill. Where's the fill? God damn. I know what the problem is. I just don't remember that. Initial fill up 30%. It's here. Okay, let's try 80 or 70. I mean, that's just so if you have waves and stuff, it can't go above the box. So if I can also just bring this up. Okay, do you know what I mean? So if the fill is set too high, if you set it at 100, it's just gonna get stuck, and you won't get any waves or any surface on the volume. So let's try it again. Okay, now it's too high because it's going above. So stop it. Maybe let's try 50. Go back to the beginning. Start. See, this is where it's intersecting here with the surface. And we get this weird, if you look at the red is, where is it? Is it seen? No, it's, here we go, preview. Well, here it just says forces. But you can basically see, I'm not sure why, anyway, fine. I'm not sure why it's previewing if it's not set, but it's because the water's too close to the top. So I'm getting this weird effect. So if I bring this back down, here we go. Liquid, splashes, mist, foam, wet map. Okay, it's the wet map. Let's go back to start this again. And if we look underneath, we can see the problem is that it's filling up initially, right? So it's not filling up from a source. So ideally, we need to have a source sort of dropping the liquid in. Okay, give me a second, I'm coming back. Yeah. So if I leave it like this, it's just not going to work. Anyway, let's stop this. Let's see what this guy does if he has the same problem and what he does to deal with it. Yeah, he's already got his scene set up, right? Um, so let's change the grid. He changed adaptive grid, right? So it changed as he was doing it. Put this to 5, I think. I'll get away with it. And let's change it to 50. And what I want to do is set the amount it's filling up by, the initial fill. Let's try 20, see what happens. I think it's too much because I've made it bigger. Change that to 30. Stop it. Go back. Start. So my solution to making the volume bigger was to get rid of the wet map on the edges because it was just being pushed around there. So okay, let's have a look. Okay, good. So all the water's falling out through the bottom. I pressed F3. I'm not sure what this is. Yeah. You can see the liquid. And it seems quite harsh, right? So I'm going to stop it again and come back. And I'm going to go gravity set at 1. I'm going to set it at 0.3. I'm just trying to remove the motion here. I'm going to set this at 0.3 so it's smoother. Steps per frame. I can leave at 1, time at 1. Okay. Okay, if we do, I'm going to stop this again. If I put steps per frame, what is it? I think if I put this higher, it becomes smoother. I might be wrong. Oh, no sound? You can't hear me? Hello? I can't tell. There should be sound. Can you hear nothing? You should hear something, right? Oh, there you go. Let's come back. I think it turned off. I'll set up a different microphone system for next time. Let's see. That's not ideal, is it? Alright, stop this. And let's see. Timescale 1, motion election 0.3. it's been such a while. I've forgotten half of the stuff here. I'm just going to add this. And go back. Sorry, microphone was too close. I'm just starting it again. I'm just going through and just testing things. I just want the water running and looking somewhat real. Stop. All right. We can try. Fill up for ocean was on, that's why. Or maybe why. Let's stop it again. Go back to the beginning and start. It's already taking longer, but it's not making much difference. Yeah, I find it annoying. There's so many settings and so much to understand with it. But it's such a good tool that allows you to do so many things. And so far I've just used it simply for fire and in fireplaces, you know, and swimming pools. Yeah. And now I figured let's get back into it and do more stuff with it because it's such a useful tool. I think I'm going to go back to the basics. This is directing velocities, right? But he's not really directing velocities in here. He's already got everything set up. So deforming them is fine. I'm trying to remember where these... There was like other Phoenix tutorials which were just written ones. Tutorials, basics, basics. God, they made it so confusing where everything is. Here we go. And then here you've got these tutorials on the side. Phoenix in a nutshell, Phoenix explained. But I figured I could look at all of this on my own, or I could just do it with you guys, and if needed, you know, I don't know. I could just learn it with other people at the same time. Something like this is relatively easy to do, right? And they just slow it down. So, yeah. And then we can go through everything that's there. Let's see. probably just going to do that for now and then come back to this later. I spent so much time doing the pool. Um, I spent so much time doing the pool and setting up the pool and everything that it just became, it just was just ridiculous. But in the end, it worked out. All right, let's save this. Let's see. Phoenix files. I'm just going to call this water. Just make new. Okay, and then let's have a look at this. He's got, well, this is just cosmetic bottle with a splash. We can just reset this, redo this. But instead of using a cosmetic bottle, I'm going to use like a Coke bottle or Pepsi. I think I looked earlier. I like this model because it has the ring pull actually modeled, and a lot of them don't. So I think I'll do this. Let's see. I'm just going to put the Pepsi bottle in here. And he's done it in 2010. Okay, fine. I'm just going to drag and drop it. Merge. Shift F4. No. File reference. Shift T. Set path. Just copy this in here. Is it quiet, the sound? I can't tell. It is quiet, isn't it? I think I can make it louder. Hang on. Is that better? I thought this was too loud, but this is set up by higher. Okay. Let me have a look at the maps. It's a bit annoying, this. See, he's got this bottle on here, this texture, which I prefer to this one, but he doesn't actually have it in here. I could recreate it, I don't know. Because I have never seen a Pepsi bottle with this texture on. So maybe we have to recreate one quickly. Let's see, Pepsi bottle texture. There's that one. I don't know. Images. There's this one, which is all in Russian, but it's closer to what I was after. You know, something like this, or this. I don't have to try and recreate it myself. Fine, we can just recreate it. I'm going to take this, save image as desktop. And I'm just going to bring this in to Photoshop. Let's see. I'm going to bring the initial texture in because the initial texture kind of fits, and then this texture. So open with Photoshop, and then I put it desktop still, right? Desktop. Did I put it in here? No. I can just grab it from the project. There we go. And view extra large. This one. Okay. So if I just drag this over, and I think his mapping is weird, right? Why can I not drag and drop it? Okay, I don't know why. Duplicate. What? Oh, have they saved it as a weird file? Like I can't unlock it? I can. What? Okay. Then it says index. I don't know what that is. All right, we can go back to here and save image as PNG. I have it as a plugin, and yeah, download PNG is fine. Save. Plugin in Chrome, so I can get around these weird things people do to their files. Open with Adobe Photoshop. Okay, now I can drag and drop, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay. In Max also, its colors are weird, right? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much act as freelance. I have a team of like 5 people, so a bunch of guys help me with stuff when needed. I have a guy that does drafting, and there's a group of us that are freelance, so I work a lot freelance on my own, and then if I get too much, like I had a project last month that was something like 12 images, I think. So then I had 4 or 5 guys helping me out on it, and then we get it all done. But yeah, I'm freelance and I pretty much just do Archviz. But I figured why not try and do some trail commercials, learn Phoenix, and I also just started looking at GrowFX. So I was looking at basically I was looking at this animation I've been doing, Adam. I can show you actually on YouTube, can't I? Hang on. Open link in new window. I was looking at this animation. So I can go to my channel actually, probably easier. So if I look here, yeah, I was looking at this one, right? And the fire here I did with Phoenix, this fire. And the background, I just had Corona sky going over, and I was looking at the trees, right? And if you notice with the Corona sky, it glitches right there. So as soon as the sun goes below the horizon, if you see this white here in the clouds, so you'll see it suddenly, the whole thing just becomes solid. That white just suddenly disappears. You see? There's like no real, there's just no real like transition. So I'm not sure why that is. But then I was thinking, okay, well, you could also do the clouds with Phoenix, right? And that might fix that problem. I'm not sure. So that got me thinking more with Phoenix and how to do that, right? And then I was looking at the trees as well, because I just have static trees here. And I was thinking, well, I have other images and other animations I'm doing in this series, right? The pool is also part of the same thing. So then I was thinking, well, if I want to have, um, if I want to make it more real, I need to have, I don't want to have lots of movement, right? Like, if you look at animation, if you look at, I don't know, park. Let's just find somebody's video of a park. Park trees. I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know. I just want some video of trees. Okay, I don't know. But look, it's not the best, right? I'm just looking at how much these tree leaves are moving. Like, these are hardly moving. So you could have static trees and you can kind of get away with it in reality, right? In animation, what we do is we always make the trees move, but you cannot see these trees moving. V-Ray clouds? I don't know. I was using Corona clouds. I don't know how it works with V-Ray clouds. I haven't paid for a license in a couple of years, so I haven't investigated V-Ray since I moved to Corona, really. Um, but yeah, my point was simply if you look at trees, like, here we go. This is a good example because here the water's running. These leaves are moving, right? These leaves are moving a tiny bit, but they're not, these leaves here are moving. There's slight movement, and I often see like just too much movement in, like, look how much these are moving, right? Oh, these are static images, aren't they? They just, here we go. So again, this is static, but I think the next one's a video. Oh, that wasn't static. Here, this is moving slightly. So if you look at it, I'm just trying to get realistic movement. So I started looking at Phoenix as well, just to get, not Phoenix, sorry, GrowFX, just so I could put in a tiny amount of movement with forces. I actually think that one, I think this, is that an animal? Like, does it suddenly move more? Yeah, it does. So I don't know if there's like a breeze that hits it or if there's an animal walking by and hitting the bottom. But I was just trying to get the realistic amount of movement. And even though you can do it with noise, um, yeah, you can use Tyflow, right? But I think, I mean, you can also use noise modifiers. But if you use noise modifiers, it's not going to be the best, right? It's going to, I don't know. When you have a large forest, it's, how do you make it? You need different, slightly different animations going on in different places. So, I mean, look how much these trees are moving, right? You could just use a static tree model and you can get away with it. But when we're doing animations in 3D, we always want to just make, this is a big scale, right? You're not going to see it at all. Yeah, that could be interesting. I hadn't looked at using Tyflow. I actually haven't used Tyflow at all. I know you use it for destruction, right? And other things. So I'll probably be incorporating it into my workflow as I go along. But when you're trying to learn new things, there's so many so many settings and so many things to do, right? So many things to look at. These aren't videos, that's why I'm just clipping through them. They're just pictures. So yeah, so I got to finish. I got to go through those tutorials on um, GrowFX. A still AI, a still image of trees, and have a video sequence on a plane in the background. Yeah, the problem is always the lighting, right? If you use a still image of trees, like if I go back to, if I look at the project, uh, here. So this is 3D trees in this one. That's a still image. And you can immediately see the difference between the 3D trees and the still image in the background. Um, that's a still image in the background. Like, in my mind, it doesn't matter that much, but if you look, the sun here, I've got soft shadows, and these would be quite harsh shadows. So you can immediately tell that the sun is different in these. And this is just a plane of fire. This is not Phoenix fire here. So when I animate this scene, I'll need to put Phoenix fire in there. And again, that's a still image of fire. Yeah. So, I mean, it works, and I use it all the time when I do still images. But for actually on the last project, I just used Forest Pro. I just scattered a bunch of trees with Forest Pro and then just used Corona Sky. But I find often the Corona Sky isn't as good as an image. Like a sky has so many things going on with it, you know? And Corona Sky has they've put a bunch in there, but it's not great. It's not the best. So going back to where we were, I've got to edit this, right? And this Pepsi, like this image here is altered. You know, he's like all squashed, but in Max it looks okay. So, and that's just the bubble, water, right? I don't think I want that water for now. Group, open. Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't work as well. If I do control, it's just two. Okay. So the group was just to get the water bottles on the water bubbles on there. Um, so it's just annoying. This is. I'm just gonna pull this up, and I'm gonna turn this off. And this, the bit that's annoying is that the aspect ratio on this and in Max are different. So I need them to be the same. So when I put, because as soon as I try and put on a new texture, then it's just going to appear squashed, right? Like if I put this on, not squashed, it's going to appear too big because this one is. So I got to fix that. No, yeah, it's going to be something like this. Cancel. Oh God. Oh, I hate the way AI comes in and just tries to change everything. I can just do Control T, and then I can pull it across afterwards. So I think something like this is where it should be. And then we can just snap to there. And that should be fine. For God's sake. I gotta turn off the AI. Cancel. Done. It's still doing it? Yeah, I'll check out the Tyflow option. I don't know which of the guy is, but I'll check it out. I don't want any of this. I can just go in the bin. All right. And we brought that over here. I also don't know why the blue is wrong. Like, why has this guy chosen the wrong color blue? Chosen the wrong color blue. I can just use hue saturation. I should be able to change the color. I think it's like that. Okay. I need this Pepsi logo. I need to just bring in the Pepsi logo. So because the one there is distorted. I mean, I like the one there. It's this one here, right? See if we can get it with the ring, which is this. Can I save this? Save image as desktop. Okay. Let's bring this on top. So we've got that. Yeah, what is the guy, by the way? Like, if you put you can tell me, like, put a link or tell me his name and I'll check out his Tyflow option. I think you can still hear me, right? Tell me this microphone hasn't gone off. Let's check. Yeah. Okay. I need the Pepsi name. This is a good one. So I can just chuck this one in here. Turn that off. Control J. Hang on. Where's the rasterize option? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Rasterize layer. Sorry. I was looking for rasterize. Okay. Just going to delete the Pepsi here. Or Control J, actually. I could just do, can't I? And then delete it. Okay. Just making this logo again. And does he have the silver on the top? He does have the silver on the top and the bottom. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. I better turn this back to rest. Make it a smart object, right? Just so it keeps the resolution if I go down and up. Something like this and this. I need this to be white, right? Layer. I'm just going to make this white. I mean, there's different ways of doing it, but I'm just going to assign it to the last layer. I Control Alt G, so it's just on the Pepsi. Let's turn this off so it doesn't get confused. And I want to align these two. I want to align it to this. Okay, I can just put it in the middle and put this in the middle. And okay, I was just checking the color because I would have thought the Pepsi blue would be the same as the bottle, but it's not. The bottle color is darker, so fine. I just take these two and put them about here. And we want another Pepsi there with the logo in the word Pepsi, right? And yeah. So do we have that Pepsi with the logo inside? What was it? In the P, right? Hang on. Yeah, in the second P. I mean, I can also recreate it because I've got the logo in that there, right? So I don't see it. Okay. I'm gonna just copy these, Control J. I'm gonna flatten these, Control E. And I'm gonna take this, Control T, and just bring it down in size. This is a bit smaller. I think that works. Oh, tiny bit off. There we go. Okay, put these together. And move this over. Edit, transform, rotate 90 counterclockwise. So I'm not sure how this is going to look on the bottle, you know, when we put it in. So move these up here, turn these all off. I think this saturation needs to come down a bit too. Yeah, I don't talk so loudly. I'm sorry. I should probably talk louder. Seems a link. It's not working, right? For me, anyway. Animate a breeze on a plant and scatter the plants with Tyflow after. Yeah, that would be interesting. Okay, I'll have a look at that afterwards. I don't know. Can you tell me the guy's name? Because somehow the link isn't working, right? It just says link here. At least on mine, I can't see anything. I'm just going to delete what I have here. Oh, look. This guy's done the same as me. You can see that was where his... Ah, I'm going to stick L. Just trying to cut around this and get this out. I'm going to get rid of this too. And I don't know why this is gray. These are always, oh, sorry. These are always black and white, right? I don't know if it can scan a gray, so I'll just use exposure. Let's collapse that. Let's change this hue saturation. Let's collapse that. Let's put these back in. Okay, so we have a Pepsi can, kind of. Let's try it and see how it goes. Texture to copy is fine. I'm going to save it. 10, let's go back to max. And just change the texture of it. Oh, it's all V-Ray. Okay, let's run Corona. Corona converter. Convert. The following materials are converted to metals, metal, and material number 3K. Okay. Sometimes it changes things to metals that aren't metals, but I mean, there's only a couple of textures in here, so it doesn't matter that much. This IOR stuff is really annoying. See here? In Corona. Okay, cool. I'll have a look. AS Art 3D and Motion Graphics. Okay, I'll go on his YouTube channel and I'll find it. Thanks for that. I'll just delete these. Set the IOR. IOR's at 2.49. I think that's way too high, but I'll leave it for now. It's a non-metal and then with a kind of metalish IOR set. If I change it to metal, I'll leave it non-metal for now. I'll see how it renders. I used to go in and change things and alter them all so it would be, you know, this is how I think it should be. But nowadays I just leave it, see how it renders out, and then adjust it. Okay, look, I was saying the blue was wrong. So he's changed it in here. He's changed it in the output. Look, RGB offset. So instead of changing the image in Photoshop, he changed it here, which is fine, I guess. I don't like it so much because someone else coming along has to know what you've done, and it's just not so easy for them. You know, if someone else opens the file to know what you've done. So I prefer to get it right in Photoshop. And then if it's wrong here, I'll put an output, or I'll either put a color correction and change it in there, or I'll put an output. Like rather than coming down into the output here, you can put this output in, and then it's got the same settings, but then it's obvious what has been done because someone can just look at oh look, you know, there's a node. All right. I'm not sure how he's done. Oh, that's for this must be for the top, right? For the ring pull. I don't know what this is. Roughness. It looks just black. Okay, there's no map there. Is that right? Let's see. View. Metal 4 bump. Yeah, it's just not there. I've got these ones that I could put in. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. And this one, what's this one? Pewter. Yeah. Sometimes when you get this sort of thing where the maps are missing and it's downloaded from 3D Sky, you can just take this name, pewter2.jpg, and sometimes you can just Google it and you'll get the image pewter 2. I'm not expecting it to work. Yeah, I don't think it's this. I think it's an image that something he's created. But it doesn't matter really. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. We'll just put something else in just as a placeholder, and then we'll see how it renders, and then if needed, we'll fix it. Like I say, I hate this IOR stuff, so delete that. We've already got glossiness, and with the new Corona physical material, we don't have reflection and reflective glossiness separate. So I'm just going to take this and put it in there. We can put this there, but I want a kind of clean reflection. So either I change this or I just change the amount. I can change it down to like 5%. So it should be pretty good still. This metal, I've never seen a metal on a can that's that shiny. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Otherwise, I'm not doing what I said, right? Of just leaving and seeing how it renders. So I think, oh yeah, bitmap, this is another missing map. It's the same one, metal 4 bump. I'm just going to take the same one and stick it in there. Okay, so we got maps everywhere. Even if they're wrong, we've got something on. Let's see. How's this look? Well, God. We can just take these. We'll get this material, and I'm just going to put on a new UVW. Cylinder. Okay. And I'm just going to move this down. Right, I think something like that. That's fine. That'll work. Alright, then we're just going to see how this looks, but I need a light. Corona light. I'm not going to leave it like that, but I will set up a camera and I didn't change I changed it to Corona, right? Yeah, I changed it to Corona. Oh, it's here, sorry. Just go into camera, move it around, and we're just going to do interactive and then set it up while it's doing interactive. Okay, I'm just going to lock this window in here and move the sun and make it a disk. Sphere disk, and maybe make that to 100. Okay, and I want to I'm going to make it so it's reflective around. So I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to just put in a box. Pardon me. I'm going to just put it in a box so we won't see anything. Maybe increase it slightly. And let me just put this material on. And put an edit poly on. I mean, I could actually, because everything's inside the box now, I could just chamfer the edges, but I'm going to put on I might want it black, but for now anyway, fine. I'm going to put an edit poly on and delete these edges and select the others and flip them and put on a chamfer. Put this at 20 or something and do segments of 5. Collapse this. Fine. Yeah, so that's the background. I think it's because it's quite gray, so I'm getting this very gray reflection, so we're just going to pump this up to like 160 or 180. Okay. Well, at least now we have a Pepsi bottle. I'm not sure what this gray bit is here. Let's see if we can have a look. Let's select the camera. Deselect. There we go. I'm just going to see if it changes as I lift the camera up. Stays there, right? Oh, it's the reflection of the ground plane. Okay, fine. It's just because it's metal and it's reflecting the gray from down here. Okay. So as the scene changes, that will change. Because obviously we can't have this horrible white reflection in here as well. But for now we have a basic Pepsi bottle, and then we can work on it more from there. So why was I even doing this? I know. I'm just trying to see if there's okay, Phoenix cosmetic bottle with splash. Okay, here we go. So he's got his light. I mean, basically, you set this up with V-Ray or you set it up with Corona, and you set it up in the same way. So he's got the liquid source and the voxel shader, the V-Ray cam, cosmetic cap, cosmetic bottle. And here he's got the emitters and he's got deflectors. So the water's going to bounce off those and just go straight at this. Okay, I mean, I don't know why we would do this apart from just for fun. But I mean, if you add in a kind of colorful background, and maybe we can use AI to create some colorful sort of shapes and stuff, we can do that. Or we could try and use Phoenix and create mists and stuff like this. So, and shapes from those, you know. You could have the word Pepsi in different colors forming behind it. I mean, that could work. But for now, we just want to get the water on there. So, I mean, if you wanted to cheat, you can just download the project files and then just change out the bottle for the Pepsi. I must admit, I am considering doing it. Anyway, um, he's just got this all. He wants you to download the file anyway and then just make a couple of changes. Okay. I mean, we can just have an emitter, the liquid source, right? I mean, he's got these things. Like, I understand this because I did a similar thing with my jacuzzi. I had like boxes moving around to affect the water flow um, in the jacuzzi. You know, like, so I can see what he's doing. Um, yeah, I can see what he's doing. So let's have a look. I have to end in a couple of minutes. The kids are coming home in half an hour. But we can at least let's stop this from rendering. Let's get a cylinder. I'm just going to go top view. I'm going to get a cylinder. Oops. God damn it. Cylinder. And make this a liquid source. The radius. Let's reduce this. And something like this. And object properties. I don't want it renderable. Yeah, let's make it not renderable. I don't want to be messing around where you can see this thing or you can see the reflection in something. So put an edit polygon. I got to change the polygons because I only want it coming off the front, right? So this is going to be ID2, and then the rest is going to be ID1. And then collapse it. And then I need a liquid source. Okay. It's been long enough I don't remember what these ones are. Set up. No, it's this one, right? No, that's tap water sim. Okay, fine, it's just up here. These are all just pre-made sims. Okay, we have our liquid source. I'm just going to leave the name. Emitter nodes, add this guy. And I should actually change the name of this emitter. Water source. And we're going to leave the outgoing velocity without changing anything right now. I need to change the ID, right? Polygon ID. It was 2, I believe. Okay. So now let's just put it in the right place. And let's see. I imagine it's going to be like a jet hitting it. So we're just gonna we're just gonna see. I hate selecting these sometimes. There you go. Okay, let's go Phoenix. Ba, 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 ba. If I press play, does it work or does it want the Phoenix? There we go, we need the liquid simulation. So it's only going to be inside this thing. Dynamics, no. Foam, no. Scene interaction. It's fine. Oh, yeah, we can just leave it for now. Play with that later. Grid size. Actually, the grid is a fine size. Okay, let's start the simulation and just see what happens. Okay, it just does that. Okay, we can stop it. Go back. The resolution. We can try this. We can try the voxel size is now set to this. So now if we play it, it does the same thing. So the velocity we got to change. Where's the velocity? Outgoing velocity. It's a meter. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to make a big change or no change. Well, that was interesting. Like, now you can't see anything. Oh, because I didn't have the thing selected. Hang on. No. What happened? I am lost. I do not know what's going on here. It was set at 50, right? So I go back to 50. It should. Okay, let's just undo these. Okay. 55. Or is it going to disappear on me again? No, didn't disappear. Stop. And now if I make it 100? Okay, so now it's doing it for some reason. Okay. Let's do 150. All right. So we have a basic simulation of the water hitting the can. And if we keep playing it, I'm not sure where it's going. Like, it's hitting the can and it's hitting the floor here, but it seems to be disappearing. Anyway, okay, I have to go. I'll take this up again tomorrow Tomorrow morning we'll have a look at it further and we'll take this along further and we'll go through the tutorial more and deal with it from there. All right. Well, not a lot happened, but at least we got something going and we got a Pepsi can and we got some water and yeah, we'll turn it into something. Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Ciao. Oh, yeah, increasing steps should stop the gaps. I can do that quickly, I guess. I always forget if it's in here or if it's in there. If it's in the volume. Where the hell are the steps? Oh, Adam, it's been so long. 2 months and I only had a basic understanding of it. Let's see. No, it's got to be in the volume, right? Scene, voxel. Resimulation is not going to be into that at all. Grid, no. Dynamics. Input, output. Da, 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 da. Where the hell is the steps? Oh, it was. I had it earlier, didn't I? Hang on. Steps per frame here. You think? I mean, if I do it higher, I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. And if I stop this, I mean, I don't know if you want it to go up to like so high, you know, but that will stop the gaps. And then if you want to change the time scale to correspond, anyway, fine, it doesn't matter. I don't, yeah. I need to become a lot more familiar with this. I need to become a lot more familiar fast because I want to put together something basic in the next 2 days, which I can put out because I have people waiting for something from me. So we will be dealing with this fast and getting something that looks good and then showing some people the type of thing that are possible. Okay, cool. Cheers. Thanks, Adam.